There's a lot of work that goes into posting a FAITHIFY project, from reaching out to donors, to making sure your pitch and your story are compelling, to making sure people are able to make donations. There's a lot that goes into it. And the more you do before you launch, the more likely you're going to have time to deal with events that come up and capitalize on great opportunities. And so that's why we've created this video of the checklist before you launch your FAITHIFY campaign. There are 4 things on this checklist. Before you launch, I want you to make sure that you've mapped out your networks so you know who your donors are. You've picked the right goal so you're able to maximize the resources that you're gaining. You've crafted a pitch that is compelling, and you've created a marketing plan so that you know who you're going to reach out to, how you're going to reach out to them, and what message you're going to give to each of the different groups. So the first step is mapping your network. Now, mapping your network is answering the question, who are the target donors for my project? And now a lot of projects, they come to us and they say, well, we want everyone to donate. And while everyone is able to donate on FAITHIFY, that doesn't mean that you should target everyone. There isn't just a group of donors that's waiting on FAITHIFY to fund any project. Rather, in crowdfunding, you're really creating the crowd as you go. So thinking about who are the groups of people or who are the individuals that you're going to reach out to ask to become a part of your project is an essential first step. After you figure out who they are, next is to figure out why they're giving. This is important. To know their underlying motivations for donating means to understand how you can connect to them and how you can ask for money most effectively. The third part is how. How are you going to actually contact them? Now, some people use Facebook for most of their communications, and others would much rather a one-on-one conversation. Knowing how to connect to a potential donor increases the possibility that you're going to convert them from an interested party to cash in your FAITHIFY campaign. And the last part is to kind of estimate how many donors you can expect, and this will help you when you're making the right-sized goal. Now, I was recently talking to Director of Religious Education who's fundraising for her youth group to go to Transylvania. And I was thinking about, well, who are the different donors in her network? Well, there are definitely church members who are interested in the youth group's future and the future of our faith. There's definitely the friends and family of the youth who are going on the trip who might want to contribute for this amazing experience. There's definitely past participants of the youth group who gained an amazing experience of being a part of it and might be persuaded to give back. And then there may be some big donors who have had transformative experiences and are willing to shell out and invest in your project in a major way. And so I put those major donor categories down, and then I tried to generate why they would make their donations, how I could reach them, and how many there are out there. Now, for the church members, these are people who know these youth, and any money they're giving is really an investment in the future of their church and their faith. And probably the best way to get the message out is in the church newsletter, because everyone reads that. And we have 150 members in this hypothetical church, and if we can convert just a third of them, that would give us 50 different donors. We can do the same thing for friends and family. They probably are doing it because they're donating because they like the individual youth that they're connected to. The most effective way is for that youth to go out and make a specific ask. And if we have 10 youth in our youth group, then maybe we'll get 20 donations if each of them is able to convince 2 of their friends or family to make a donation. You do the same thing for past participants and big donors. And this gives you a sense of who's in your network, why they may be donating, and how you can get in contact with them. This allows you to figure out the right story and the right amount for your goal.